Good day, everyone. Today we are talking about Module 9 for those of you just starting on this module. Again, you're going to watch this video, complete the guided notes section as I go through the video, and then when I finish the video, you're going to complete the rest of the worksheet and turn it into your intervention teacher. So, in this section, we are talking about proportion. Proportion is two equivalent fractions. They're used to solve with ratios primarily. When we are solving proportions, so like we have this proportion here, A over B equals C over D, we are going to cross multiply. When we are cross multiplying, you're going to take the top of one side times the bottom of the other. So, for example, we're going to take C times B, and we're going to say that equals, and then you're going to multiply going the other way, A times D. Now, you don't have to draw the x's. A lot of people like to. Some people don't draw them as big. They just draw a little simple like that. So you're going to go 12 times x, or you could say x times 12. It doesn't matter which way you say this, but when you multiply 12 and x, it's going to be 12x. And then we're going to multiply by the other way. So 4 times 30 is 120. And now we're going to solve this equation like we solved equations in 8th grade in previous modules. We're going to divide by 12. 120 divided by 12 is 10. So when x is 10, so 4 over 10 is the same as 12 over 30. They are equivalent fractions. And so we're going to do the same thing on the next one. We're going to multiply 5 and 12, so we get 60. And then we're going to multiply the x and 4. We get 4x. And then whenever you do this, we're going to divide by the number in front of x. So in this case, 4. And then as we've talked about in previous modules, it doesn't matter if it's x equals 10 or in this case 15 equals x. It doesn't matter whether the x is in the front or the back. It's the same difference. Alright, on the next one. When we go to multiply here, 5x plus 1 is really inside parentheses. So we're going to go 2 times 5x plus 1 and distribute and get 10x plus 2. And then on the other way, we're going to multiply 8 and 9 to get 72. Now, once we've distributed, we have another step of work to do to solve, but that's okay. We can do this. So again, reverse PEMDAS, we're going to subtract the 2, and we get 10x equals 70, and then divide by 10 and get x equals 7 is your final answer. On the last one. So again, put your denominator in parentheses. You're going to multiply by 5. I'm going to do this over here to the right. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 3 is 15. And then again, you're going to distribute the other way. We're going to go 4 times x minus 2. So 4 times x, and then 4 times negative 2. Now we're into a situation where we have variables on both sides, constants on both sides. So as we talked about in a previous module, move the smaller variable because we want to get variables to one side and constants to the other. So we're going to move the 4x first. So 5x minus 4x is 1x. So we have x plus 15 equals negative 8. And then we're going to subtract the 15 from both sides. to get rid of the 15, and we get x equals negative 23. Whenever we have a word problem, we can use a proportion to set up the ratio to solve. And what some people will do is, label C, D, X, Y, whatever it happens to be. So it says the ratio of cats to dog in an animal shelter is 5 to 7. So that means for every 5 cats, there are 7 dogs. How many dogs are in the shelter if there are 15 cats? Well, we know there are 15 cats, but what we don't know is the number of dogs. So I'm going to use X. You could use D for dogs, whatever you want, to set up your proportion. So we know the ratio is 5 to 7, so there's our starting fraction, equals 15 to something. And so now we're going to cross multiply. So 15 times 7, which is 105. And then we're going to go 5 times x, so 5x. And then we're going to solve this to find the number of dogs. So divide by 5, divide by 5. We get 21 equals x. The thing is, you get to pick whatever variable you want, so that means there are 21 dogs. Again, word problems have word answers. You can pick whatever variable you want. So it's important that when you get x equals 21, what does that mean? In the context of the problem, it means there are 21 dogs in this shelter. Complete the rest of this worksheet and turn it into your teacher when you've finished.